and maximize it and put the side heading command line arguments. Is very, very important. Write down the first point. First point is, what is the purpose of command line arguments? Is possible to pass some values, or I can say the values as arguments. You can pass some arguments from command line or from the shell scripts or from the other shell scripts, which is equal to command line only. So what do you mean by command line? What is mean by command line in the sense the you have heard about the CMD, command prompt. So the command prompt is the example of command line. In that command prompt, we are going to give the commands. Only we can interact with the computer with only commands at the command line. There is no graphical user interface like windows and closing buttons, maximize buttons, and drop down boxes, text fields. There is no user interfaces. For example, if you can see, go to the file menu. Here, one more command prompt like same thing is provided, which is DOS shell. So which is equal to same command line in the Windows operating system only. Press. Here you cannot interact with any graphical user interfaces. Only you can type commands. Only you can type. For example, I want to know in we are in C drive. In that we have turbo C3 folder. In the turbo C3 folder we have bin folder. In that I want to know how many files are there. So I am typing the command dir. So these are the list of files in the bin folder. Like this, if you want to know anything, if you want to interact with the computer, you can only interact with the commands at this command line. So this is the command line where you can interact with the program with the commands. This is the command line. So when you are using the command line, it is possible to pass some arguments, some values I can give to the program. So you read the same sentence. It is possible to pass some arguments from command line or other shell scripts to C program, to our C program before execution. What we are doing by using the command line? By using the command lines, we are giving some arguments to our C program before its execution. And okay, C program అనేది execute కావడానికంటే ముందే we are giving some values to the C program. So when you give some values, with that values that C program will execute. This is the idea behind the command line arguments. Second point is, these arguments are called, the arguments whatever you are giving in the command line are called, these arguments are called command line arguments, because we are providing these arguments at the command lines. The third important point is, what is the importance of these command line arguments? These command line arguments are important to control the C program from outside. From the outside, we can control the C program. Before execution, we are able to pass some arguments. So when that facility is given, we can control the program with our commands. For example, if I give start, that program will execute. If I give the command as a stop, that program will receive the command before execution and it will stop. That means I can control the program by my commands, which are provided by command line arguments. So with those commands, I can control the program from the outside. So you need not to give the commands inside the program. Outside the program also, you can give the commands to the program and you can control with those commands. That is the point we discussed in the third line. So what is that? These command line arguments are very, very important to control the program. So these are the three important points we are going to discuss under command line. But to pass the command line arguments to our program, we have to do little bit modifications in the main function. What modifications we have to do? That main function, actually we will write like this, but to receive the command line arguments provided by the user, we have to modify the main function. The first argument we have to write int arg c, and second argument is a character type arg v, which is a pointer, array of pointers. So where argc represents the number of arguments, given to the program. What is argc represents? Argc represents how many number of arguments are passed to our C program via command line. That count it will capture. And what about argv? Argv represents the list of arguments. For example, argv of 0 represents the first argument. It represents the first argument. Argv of 1 will represent the second argument. Argv of 1, argv of 2 represent the third argument. So on, it will represent one argument till arg n. So first argument will represent by 0, arg 0. Second argument is represented with arg 1. Third argument is represented with arg 2. And here we have to notice one important thing. The arg v of 0 represents, or arg v of 0, the first argument holds always the complete location, the complete path of our C program. What is the first argument? Always the first argument arg 0 will be the name or path of our C program name. Complete path to our C program or C program name it contains along with the complete path. So always if arg0 is holding, if you, irrespective of if you pass some arguments to the program via command lines or not, if you pass or if you don't pass also, always the first argument arg0 will be the complete location, complete path of the our C program. Then argv always will be, argv count will be, argc count will be, argc count always will be what? Will be 1, because always arg0 holds the one argument, that is complete path to our program. So whenever arg0 is holding the the complete path to the C program. That means we are already having one argument. Then how many arguments we are having? Only one. So argc count will also be one, always one. If you provide the any one argument from the command line, then the argv v of 1 will hold the first argument and argc will be then 2. If you don't pass any arguments from the command line, then first argument will be the path to the file always and argc count will be 1. When argc count will be 2, when you give first argument, then argc count will be 2, because even though you given one argument only, argc count is showing 2 because it includes the complete location to the file name. That is as a first argument we are storing into arg0. So now you start one simple program on this. So put it in the comment, multi-line comments. Here you write down void main So what modifications you have to do? To receive command line arguments to our program, we have to modify our C program int argc comma character type pointer argv. So it can hold arg0 will hold the first argument as the path to the file name. Arg1 will hold first argument, arg2 will hold second argument, arg3 will hold what? The fourth argument, like that. So now you come to the program. Now you write down, there are no variable declaration, CLR, SCR. And now I am writing printf. In the printf I am writing, I want to know the number of arguments, percentile D, comma, how to replace number of arguments with argc. So argc will give you how many number of arguments are passed to C program, and the arguments which are passed will be held by argv. So now I am printing arguments. 2 new lines. The first argument is percentile S, because the arguments are represented with a group of characters. Comma, how to print first argument? How it is represented? It is represented with argv of 0. The first argument is represented. So argc will hold how many number of arguments are there, and argv will hold, argv of 0 will hold the first argument in the command line arguments. And what about second argument? argv1 will hold the second argument. argv2 will hold the third argument. So right now I am printing only number of arguments and the first argument I am printing. For this, after writing this program, to pass the command line arguments to this program, you go to the compile and compile it, 0 errors. Now you go to the run and run it. See, you can see the number of arguments are what? 1. And the first argument is the complete path, C drive, turbo C3 folder, source, and cmd command line.exe. That is the program name. Command line.exe is a executable file generated after the execution. After compilation, we are running it. When you run it, that whatever the object file we generated after compilation will be translated to Windows executable file format, that is command line.exe file. I told you already, always the count of argument C will be 1, because always argv of 0 will hold the complete path of the program as a first argument. Always it will be the first argument. So when it is always will be the first argument, the count of argc will be always 1. When you give the arguments, when you start giving the first argument, then the argument count will be 2, because already first argument is the complete path to our program. What is that? C program turbo C3 source. In that we are having our program command line.exe, which is executable file format in the Windows operating system. Now I want to print, I want to pass some command line arguments to the program. So to pass the command line arguments, first we have to compile, then we have to run. After running, you to pass the command line arguments via dash shell, go to the file main and go to the dash shell. Here you are able to pass the command line arguments. But our C program, our command line.exe file is in the source directory. So we are in the source directory only. And find out the program. Program name is what? Command line.exe. You can give command line.exe or simply you can give command line, followed by space the first argument 1 and second argument 2 and third argument 3. See, the number of arguments are 4, but what we are printing only the one argument. Only one argument we are printing, that is the first argument. C drive turbo C3 source command line.exe, that is the path to the our C program. Only one argument is printed, but the number of arguments are 4, including the file name. That complete file name is first argument, and 1 whatever given is the second argument, whatever given 2 is the third argument, whatever given 3 is the fourth argument. Now we go back to the program by typing exit. Now instead of printing only one argument, you can print the first, second, third, fourth argument also. You go to the edit menu, copy that line and come here, go to the edit menu, paste, and go to the edit menu and paste, go to the edit menu and paste. So here I am going to print the second argument. The second argument is represented with argv of 1. And here I am going to print the third argument. The third argument is put in the argv of 2. And I'm going to print the fourth argument here. That fourth argument is represented with argv of 3, like this. Now, if I go back to the command shell and if I give 1, 2, 3, the first argument always will be the complete path to the program. Our program is command line.c. So the path to the command line argument is the first argument, which is represented with argv of 0. And with argv of 1, whatever we have given, that 1 is represented with 1. Whatever the second argument 2 is represented with argv of 2. Whatever third argument we given is represented with argv of 3. So totally how many arguments? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the argument C count will be 4 only, right? Including our complete path to the file, C file. So again, to pass the command line arguments, for that we have to again, because after writing the 3 other statements we didn't execute. So compile, here compile again, 0 errors. Next again go to the run and run it, then go back. Now you go to the dash shell. So find out the program name, command line.exe. So to this program only I am going to give the command line argument. First argument is 1 and the second argument is 2 and the third argument is 3. If you press enter, all the arguments are printed. You see, number of arguments are 4. First argument always will be the complete file location, complete file path to our C program command line dot exe. And second argument is whatever we given in the command line, that is the second argument. And the third argument will be 2 and fourth argument will be 3, like this. If you give only 2 arguments, what will happen? The last argument will be empty and it is null. See, only 2 arguments are given. Always first argument will be what? The complete location to the C program. And the second argument will be the first argument we given in the command line. And third argument will be second argument we given in the command line. And third argument we have not given in the command line. So that that last argument is null. Now I am going to give only one argument. Then what will happen? You see, all other first argument is always a complete path to the file. Only one argument we given, that is displayed as a second argument, and all other are garbage and null values. Now I am giving no arguments here, simply executing the program. What will happen? Only first argument, number of arguments are 1 only. Turbo C3 is that is the first argument, which is complete path to our file, and all other are garbage and null values. Now if you give 4 arguments, it will print 4 arguments. 3 arguments, it will print all the arguments. 1 and 2, or instead of this, if you want to give, this is a program. So how many arguments I have given? 4 arguments. Actually, you have to give only 3 arguments. This is a, if you write, what will happen? The first argument always will be path to the program. Second argument is this, and third argument is, and fourth argument is a. Now, my doubt is, I want to give this and is, this is a, as a complete one argument. Then you have to keep that complete word in the double quotation. Then this complete, this is a, is treated as only one argument. So see, the first argument is always complete file location to the C program. Second argument is treated as this is a. This is a earlier is treated as 3 separate arguments. Now when you keep this is a in double quotation, the complete this is a treated as only one single argument, which is printed as second argument, and all other arguments are null and garbage values. So with this, we completed the command line arguments program. To go back to the blue screen, you press the command exit and come back. Go to the yesterday's program, open. Yesterday's program name is all.c. Maximize it. See, so we are going to modify this program only. So question is, write a C program, write a program to copy from one file to another file using file names as the command line arguments. So do you understand the question? Same thing.
Yes, sir.
We have to write a program. We have to write a program in a C language to copy from one file to another file. Up to here, the yesterday's third program only. Open one file in reading mode, another file in writing mode, read from first file, copy into second file, read from first file and copy into second file. But while doing so, file names must be passed from the command line. What? Write a C program to copy from one file to another file using file names as the command line arguments. Ekkadi nunchi ivalatama file names? Ikkada the first file name we are given in source.txt and second file name is destination.txt. Both files are given here hard coded in the program. But we should not give these files names in the program. We should pass this source.txt as a first argument in the command line, and this destination.txt name, second file name, we have to pass as the second argument from the command line. So to receive command line arguments to our program, we must modify our program like this: int argc, number of arguments, and to receive the arguments, character star argv, character array, so that our program is ready to receive the command line arguments now. Now, instead of hard coding this one, source.txt, I will give this file name, source file name, as the first argument to the our program. That argument is represented, the first argument is represented with arg v of 1, arg v of 1. If you give arg v of 0, always the first argument in the command line arguments is the complete path to the C program, which is not a first program, first file name, which is not a that source file name. The source file name is saved in the argv of 1. So argv of 1 I will give as a source.txt. Here, second file name is also, that should be also supplied from the command line argument. So when you give that second file name as a second argument in the command line, that will be represented. That second command line argument is represented with the argv of 2. Argv of 1, that first command line argument, which is the first file name. Argv of 2, which is the second command line argument, which is a second file name. So this first file name, source file name, and the destination file name, both should be supplied from the command line arguments. Now you go to the compilation, compile it. Warning: argc is never used, so it is no problem. It is just a warning. It is not a error. Go to the run and run the program, and then go back. Now to give the command line argument, first argument first file name, second argument in the command line is the second file name. So from the first file name, we are opening in a reading mode. The second file name provided by arg2, with that file name we are opening that second file in writing mode, then reading from the first file and writing into second file. But we don't know what is the first file name and second file name till we supply the arguments in the command line. So go to the dash shell command line. So turbo c3 source, in that what is the program name? Our program name is all.exe. You can give all.exe or you can give all space. The first file name is source.txt and second file name is destination dest.txt. So the source.txt will go to the argv of 1 and destination.txt will go to the argv of 2. Now you press enter, you see successfully completed. But what we written nothing. After completion of this one, we will write something here. After completion of writing the characters from the first file to second file, here I am writing printf, two new lines we can take. File is copied successfully. File is copied successfully, so that we come to know whether the file is copied successfully or not. Now you go back. Before going back, we have to compile and run one more time. We have to build the program one more time. Go to the compile it. Only one warning. We are having 0 errors. So warning, you ignore the warnings. Just consider the errors, right? Go back to the run the program. So you go back for the DOS shell, and here you type the program names, that file names you type. So to which C language program you are going to give the file, that program name we have to give as a first argument here. What is the program name? Our program name is all.exe, or you can give simply all space. To this program all, I am passing the first argument source.txt, source.txt space. The second file name is destination.txt. And now you press enter. File is copied successfully. File is copied successfully. To go back to the blue screen, exit. So with this, we completed the third unit, and from tomorrow onwards, we will discuss the fourth unit, files topic and dynamic memory allocations.